Alexander could not be with us here for the ceremony today, so he asked me to read a passage. Dear Lasell peace lovers, some of you have, from time to time, heard me rant about the stupidity of war and my frustration that we have not yet eradicated state-sponsored war from the face of the earth. Martin Luther King, in his speech accepting the Nobel Prize, pointed out that to do away with war, we must dedicate ourselves, even to sacrifice ourselves, to peace. He put it this way in December 1964. Man's proneness to engage in war is still a fact, but wisdom born of experience should tell us that war is obsolete. There may have been a time when war served as a negative good by preventing the spreading growth of an evil force, but the destructive power of modern weapons eliminated even the possibility that war may serve as a negative good. If we assume that life is worth living and that man has a right to survive, then we must find an alternative to war. We will not build a peaceful world by following a negative path. It is not enough to say we must not engage in war. It is necessary to love peace and sacrifice for it. We must concentrate not merely on the negative expulsion of war, but on the positive affirmation of peace. There is a fascinating little story that is preserved for us in Greek literature about Ulysses and the Sirens. The Sirens had the ability to sing so sweetly that sailors could not resist steering towards their arms. Many ships were lured upon the rocks, and men forgot duty as they flung themselves into the sea to be embraced by arms that drew them down to death. Ulysses, determined not to be lured by the Siren, first decided to tie himself lightly to the mast of his boat, and his crew stuffed their ears with wax. But finally, he and his crew learned a better way to save themselves. They took on board a beautiful singer, Orpheus, whose melodies were sweeter than the music of the sirens. When Orpheus sang, who bothered to listen to the sirens? So we must fix our vision not merely on the negative expulsion of war, but on the positive affirmation of peace. We must see that peace represents a sweeter music, a cosmic melody that is superior to the discords of war. May peace be with you, Michael Alexander, President.
Now I'd like to ask Amber and Kaylee to unveil the peace bowl.
Sorry, I'm too short. Can't reach that. I'll pull it apart though.
Professor Ed C. is going to share some history and purpose of the Peace Bowl with us.
We'll move this to a more convenient location.
Speak louder.
The Peace Bowl was initiated in my Principles of Human Rights class 1 year ago to this day. And I would like to mention the students who were part of that project, because if they hadn't done a lot of work, this thing would have gotten anywhere. And they put in motion a series of activities that was taken up by others, and we certainly appreciate that. But that included Anna Merlino, Elizabeth Ayala, Benoit Hanna, Gina Giraldo, Niswa Pierre Francois, Kyle Jepson, Jessica McLean, and Bruce McKay. Some of these students have already graduated, but without their work we wouldn't have done anything. They would have failed. But what I want to do today is to talk about who actually founded the Peace Bowl movement, and his name was Masahisa Koi. He is an unassuming Japanese man who was born in November 22nd, 1916 in Tokyo, and despite his frugal upbringing in a family of 9 children, he was determined to become educated, and he did so. And he was particularly fond of art and literature, and he dreamed one day of being a writer. However, after enduring the devastation caused by World War II and the dropping of the atom bomb, Mr. Goy's life took on a new meaning and purpose. He dedicated himself in service to humanity and the attainment of global peace and harmony. Through prayer and meditation, he gained much insight into the spiritual nature of humankind and received the message of prayer, "May peace prevail on earth," in a moment of great inspiration. He came to understand these words, thoughts, and intentions carry energy strong enough to influence the destination of all living things. By speaking and acting and living in the spirit of prayer, may peace prevail on earth. Mr. Goy believed that the energy field of love and harmony would radiate forth through all creation, having a positive and purifying effect on the consciousness of humanity. He believed that the message and prayer has the capacity to bring people of various cultures, faiths, and traditions together in a spirit of universal love among us by unifying the global heart and mind. By uniting the hearts of humanity under one common prayer and message, Mr. Goy saw a great transformation would take place in global consciousness, bringing peace and harmony to our personal lives as well as others in this world at large. So he died in 1980. Today his efforts are furthered by his daughter. In one of the prayers that he's offered, he said, "I believe that prayer for world peace is the single most needed good action in today's world, for bringing peace to the individual life and at the same time for playing a larger role in the achievement of world peace." Thank you very much.
Now, Kaylee Hertel and Amber Cunha will share with us the Peace Pole Initiative at Lasell College.
Welcome. I'm Amber Cunha, and this is Kaylee Hertel, and we were just two of the students involved in the initiative. This started for us last semester in our History of Human Rights class. Peace poles are featured in approximately 180 countries that are all over the world. At Lasell here, we chose to begin this in the spring semester, but the initiative began in the fall semester with Professor C's class. We continued the project through the spring semester, and we were both ready and willing to jump in when we heard about it because we're both passionate about spreading peace. By becoming involved in this, we were able to fulfill the honors component and the kind of requirements for the college, and we worked for the cause in the year.
So we did this by attending sporting events, vagina monologues, as well as various other activities to inform students and faculty about what the Peace Pole was. And the importance of peace and unity within the campus, but also within the world. We avidly fundraised for the Peace Pole at all of these events. We also participated in the Earth Day celebration. I see some of you were probably there. We had these mini Peace Poles. They were really, really cute. And that resulted in more notoriety for our cause, because what's better than a mini Peace Pole in your dorm than a real one on your campus? We wanted to bring this piece of architecture to campus to emphasize Lasell's connected learning philosophy and what an asset this philosophy is to the students here. We feel that displaying this message of peace in different languages truly speaks for volumes of integrity and unity that is Lasell College. By participating in the Peace Pole Initiative, we were both able to connect with other students who are passionate about the same things that we were, and we will also be able to bring a physical representation of peace to Lasell College. And I hope you guys enjoy this as much as we did bringing it here. So yeah,
Glenna Fitzsimmons will now stand in for SGA President Kevin Maloney to speak about the SGA's commitment to civility and peace.
Hi everyone. So my name is Linda Fitzsimmons, and I'm just here to speak briefly on behalf of the Student Government Association. So what the Peace Pole stands for is something that Student Government Association and the students of Lasell have been working for some time now, advocating and working really diligently on. The values to live by are now a school-wide student-run initiative pole is a constant reminder that we can take both world views, perceptions, and ways of life into account. The peace pole serves as a mediator between the differences in worlds, race, religion, ethnicity, and so on. May the peace pole inspire all of you to go through with your most noble mission and to bring peace and harmony not only in the Lasell community, but in your travels, your everyday life, and your future endeavors. So let me conclude by wishing you all peace for yourselves, your friends, and nationwide. Thank you.
Kaylee's coming around with words for the reading, so I think we probably don't have quite enough, so we'll share, which would be a wonderful metaphor for this event. Anyway, I want to make sure that we thank several people, and like Michael, I'm sure I'm going to someone out by doing this, but first, of course, is Michael and the entire administration of Lasell for supporting this project from the beginning and helping us see it through to fruition. So thank you for that. A second thank you goes to Mark Fournier and the physical plant folks who have worked hard to not only to bring this to fruition, but to make it look good. And Mark is, I believe, on vacation, which is well deserved, but thank you to him and to his team for getting this to happen. Thank you, of course, to Tessa and Ed and all the other folks who have worked behind the scenes on this project. It's a great step for Lasell, and other folks may go unnamed, but their contributions are on the next slide, so thank you to that group too. Now, in front of you, you have a poster which has, in 101 languages, "May peace prevail on earth." I think we'll stick to English, which is on the flip side. I'll do the part of leader, you should all do the part of all in attendance. But I invite you, as we read this, not only to think about and reflect on the words, but also to hold in your hearts one place on earth where you think a prayer or yearning for peace is especially important. Perhaps it may be represented by the flag you hold, or maybe simply a place that you know and love, or that you know of and have never been to, but that you know peace is an important. So, may peace prevail on earth. We pray in many names, in many voices, and in many traditions. We pray with heads bowed and heads raised, feet bare or feet shod, heads covered or uncovered. Some of us do not pray, but rather hope or yearn. But in our prayers, hopes, and yearnings, we share a desire for peace. Help us never to speak lightly of peace, and call us to set aside those things that divide us, to hold up those things which unite us. May peace be in all nations of the world. May peace prevail on earth. May peace be in all the indigenous nations. May peace prevail on earth. May peace be in all the other regions of the world. May peace prevail on earth. May peace prevail on hearts. May peace prevail on earth. Our final task is to plant our flags in and around the peace pole. If you do not have a flag, we have a whole bunch up here. You're welcome to take a second one. We have extras. And then after that's finished, there's ice cream, which is a worldwide symbol of peace, available right over there behind the tree. And we also have refreshments in DeWitt Hall. You're welcome to join us there for a reception. Let's plant our flags.
So can you tell us a little bit about what happened today?
Today was the installation of the Peace Bowl at Lasell College. It's the culmination of a one-year project that began in a human rights class, and various students got involved in the project and made a major contribution over time, collecting money, doing work effort that collected money, and so on. And then we also had a generous contribution from the school itself, so that when we finally got down to buying a peace pole, they bought a pole that was of the highest quality, and I certainly appreciate it, and so do the students. We have something to be very proud of here.
And what do you and your students hope to accomplish with this peace pole?
We hope that people find the message of peace is something that is concrete in their life. It is something that they can witness on a day-to-day basis by coming here to the park and sitting here and meditating under the comfort of an installation that represents not violence, not aggression, not war, but peace.
And do you expect the Peace Pole to be here the entire time the college is?
Yes, I expect this pole to be here for the next 50 to 100 years.
Okay, are there any closing remarks you'd like to add?
Now, I want to thank everyone for participating in the event today. The school should be very proud of what they've done, and we have joined a community of over 200,000 peace poles in 180 nations throughout the world.